Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I just wanted to talk real quick about the Quasar bug that's going on in Helldivers 2 right now, and how it 100% absolutely needs to be a permanent thing in this game. Never have I ever gotten into a game where there was a bug that I wanted to stick around so bad before in my entire life. It makes the Quasar 10 times better. And so, what's going on with it right now is after you charge it the first time and you fire it, you put it on your back, pull out your primary, and as it's on your back, it's going to charge up itself after the cooldown time is over. So there it is. We are literally getting an audio and visual cue for when this is ready to be fired again, and it fires immediately. It is so freaking good. And then it fits perfectly, and it takes my favorite build in the game up to the next level. So the sickle is my favorite primary in this game. It's right there on the edge of being S tier. The only weakness that the sickle has is that it's light armor penetrating, but it is insanely accurate whether you use the scope or not. It has a decent scope. Like, it's not bad at all. There's very little drag on it. It's super, super accurate. So, like, especially with the bots, I can hit precision shots with no problem with this weapon. I can hit them at really long range. And, like, if you use the scope, you can get 100 meters out of the scope, which is really, really good. And it's really accurate at 100 meters. I mean, there's a little bit of bloom, but it's not that bad. And I'm easily able to land multiple hits on weak points on the bots. I'm easily able to take out medium armor enemies on the bot side. And this thing, it fires so quickly. I'm easily able to take out groups of light armor enemies, troops. I'm able to take them out super easily with this. The Striders are the only problem. So I shoot them in the rockets because the rockets will take them out immediately. But sometimes the Striders don't have rockets. That's why I bring the Talon. And if you fire this slowly, you will never run out of ammo for this thing. And then when it starts to get red, just like with the sickle, when it starts to get to where it's about to need a new heatsink, so it's turning red, I switch over to the Quasar, or I switch over to the Talon. And if I'm firing at this speed, right before it turns red, I switch back to the sickle. The sickle is ready to go right from the rip again. And for the Talon, a Strider doesn't, like I was saying, a Strider doesn't have any rockets. Well, you can just shoot them in the waist or the legs with this weapon, and you will take them down in no time. It's really super easy. Now, another thing that you could do is you could pull this out and you could fire it really super quickly, but you really got to tell yourself in your mind, don't fire more than 6 shots really, really quickly, or you will overheat the weapon. But the whole point is, the Quasar, the sickle, and the Talon all can essentially have infinite ammo if you use them correctly. And so the Quasar's new bugged iteration just fits perfectly with everything that's going on with this, because what the sickle can't do, the Talon can do everything that the sickle can't do except for the big boys, the Hulks, the Factory Striders. But that's what the Quasar is for. The Quasar's for all the big boys in this game. And you can take them out so easily with the fact that you can just fire this once at the beginning of the match and then just have it on your back and wait for it to charge itself, which it tells you when it's charged, and then immediately fire it at a Hulk or a Factory Strider, move on with your day, and use other stratagems to finish off the Factory Strider, or use a stun so that the Hulk isn't moving. But I don't even feel like I really need stun or gas against Hulks anymore with the current iteration of this Quasar, because I can fire it so fast now, I don't need to stop a Hulk in its tracks. It's not important anymore because I can just quickly fire it. And I just love this sickle. And basically what you're seeing me do to these guys, I can do against medium enemies. So the sickle covers a lot of bases. And what bases it doesn't cover, I don't know why that's going through him, through his head, but okay. I'm not able to hit their heads right now. That was weird. It was like an invisible wall was here or something. But anyway, what the sickle can't do, or the very few problems that I have with the sickle, which aren't many, really, it's literally the only weakness with the sickle is the fact that it is not medium armor penetrating. You have the talon that is medium armor penetrating. So whatever you come across that the sickle has an issue with, you pull out the talon to solve the issue. And then, like I said, for all the big boys, the Hulks, the Factory Striders, the Harvesters, the Bile-Titans, you have a Quasar that can now be speed fired. The Quasar's current iteration, what's going on with it right now, makes me able to take my favorite build, which is these 3 weapons, into all 3 factions and have success with all 3 factions. And I really want them to keep this way somehow. I really, really want it bad. It's so good now. It puts my build, my personal favorite build, together in a way that is effective against all 3 factions. I really, really desperately hope that they keep this, and let me know if you guys feel the same way. But just wanted everybody to be aware that this Quasar bug, in my opinion, it needs to stick around somehow. Instead of having to charge it up, you fire it, you wait 10 seconds for it to cool down, it charges itself, it audio and visually lets you know when it's ready to be fired again. You pull it out, you quick fire it, you go back to whatever weapons you want to run. I just personally, I love the laser type build feel that I have going on currently with my character. It's super, super fun. I've never had a more enjoyable time with this game than I am now with the way the Quasar is, because I always felt like there was a little bit of something missing from the build, and it was really because of the Quasar's charge up. And no longer having that charge up, I feel like I can conquer all 3 factions with no problem. And I've been messing around with nothing but the Quasar this whole time for the past couple days. And this is now my best, most enjoyable build that I've come into contact with after just under 500 hours of playing this game at this point. But yeah, maybe it's not for everybody, but at least everybody should be aware that the Quasar is currently in the best state that it's ever been, and it was an accident, and I would like them to make it a permanent thing. I just want everybody to be aware of this. It's so good. It's so awesome, and it needs to stay this way. And I think other people might think the same. That's why I made this video. I want everybody to be aware. Arrowhead, please keep this Quasar the way that it is. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hopefully you guys found this informative. Hopefully you guys like the way that the Quasar is now, and you guys go out and try it, because it's worth it. It's worth trying. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on the next video. All right, laters.